to win that she ends up drinking the whole bottle. With her fastest reflexes yet, Val kills Roy's character and wins the tournament. The effects of so much Impulse 9 last much longer, and Val wakes up to find herself in the year 2029 AI, which means after Impulse. She's living in an old dirty house with 3 children who call her mommy, and the shock makes her throw up. When her husband Evan tries checking on her, she runs outside and discovers this is a post-apocalyptic future with people living on the streets and using chemical toilets. Evan runs after her to give her a gas mask before reminding the kids that it's time to study. While the couple takes the kids to school, Evan reminds Val of their chores. They take turns scavenging the wastelands and being on gate duty. One of the children picks up dried dog poop thinking it's a neat rock and asks Val to save it so she can have it back after class. School turns out to be a teacher with a few tables in the middle of the street. The teacher teaches the kids that if they see a death lizard they must run and hide. Val wants to talk to Evan about this strange situation, but she's interrupted by a neighbor calling her sheriff. The woman explains another neighbor snapped back from Impulse last night and doesn't remember the last 8 years of his life. Deputy Dan drags that man out of his tent and calls him a pulsar, causing Evan to insult the guy. It turns out pulsars are people who drank too much Impulse and became useless, which caused the apocalypse. The president was also a pulsar and snapped back with his finger on the nuke button. Evan wants to beat the guy up, but Dan stops him and asks Val for orders since the guy has no useful skills. Still confused, Val tells Dan to kick the man out. Afterward, Evan wants to know what Val wanted to talk about, but Val doesn't want to be kicked out, so she pretends she just has a stomachache. Evan reveals that they ate beetles last night while Dan pushes the pulsar out of town and closes the gate. At that moment the weather alarm goes off and everyone puts on their gas masks. Later at home, Val is freaking out because she doesn't know what to do with a baby. She thinks of calling her father for help, but he's already dead and his ashes are in an urn nearby. Val reminds herself she's a strong champion to put herself together before she's called by Dan, who reminds her it's time for latrine duty. Apparently in this future Val is a sheriff, a sanitation commissioner, a scavenger, and a mom all at the same time. Val spends the rest of the day cleaning toilets,